English teacher, part 39. At this stage, we're not going to judge whether the characteristic is true or false, or good or bad. But when the 10 minutes are up, you'll separate the statements that are plainly descriptive from those that are generalizations that don't apply to all or even most people in your category. After 10 minutes, Ms. Holmberg gave a presentation about the beliefs, attitudes, stereotyping, discrimination, and racism. She reminded the class of what they had learned about the critical thinking, particularly checking assumptions. The students then rejoined the groups to discuss the list they had made on the whiteboard to decide which of the characteristics they would now reject. Then each group reported on the characteristics they had listed. Finally, with the students' help, Ms. Holmberg summarized the learning about discrimination. Well, we can have a summary on it: planning a lesson, effective lesson planning to choose a topic, frame lesson objectives by determining knowledge, involving identifying more specific particular relating to the topic, involving planning lesson content taking into account the prerequisite students' learning, practical factors that make for the successful lesson delivery, including presentation skills provided to the teachers, lesson planning that may involve the adjustments provided by the curriculum, and then there should be a complete review of the successful lesson completion. The key words over here in this tutorial are declare, review, transfer, serendipity, conditions of performance, instructional objectives, learning, enactive, iconic, symbolic, lesson content, planning, topics, presentations, evaluation, observable actions, and procedures, performance level, objective, prerequisite learnings, learning set orientations, transitions, evaluations, stimuli, teaching aids, transfers. There are certain recommendations to go through those magazines, newspapers, journals, and they can certainly provide the great things on it. Next, we'll talk about the classroom climate and the students' motivation. Well, the classroom climate and the environment is the psychological and physical elements that make up the classroom surroundings, largely determining how the children regard their educational experience. We deal with the classroom climate and students' motivation, as most of the productive classrooms atmosphere are based on a high level of students' involvement and learning process by the cooperation that they deliver. Motivation is a highly stimulating factor in the learning process. It informs all aspects of the lessons, delivery, task assignment, maintaining task involvement, and using competition, providing feedback, and devising rewards. When classroom climate and the environment are positive, the teacher can usually succeed motivating their students to assume more responsibility for their own learning. Well, we discuss classroom management from the point of view of both students and the teachers that show up the management style can combine the perceived needs and the goals of the both groups. It describes the broad spectrum of the management styles and the range that complete the authoritarianism to virtually total permissiveness, suggests strong arguments in favor of eclectical approach that adapts to the range of situations and learning needs. Successful teachers are sensitive to individual and group responses and needs, and show warmth and interest while retaining leadership, managing movement, maintaining group focus. They keep order by means of preventive discipline, keeping minor disruptions to a minimum, handling unobtrusively those ones that hinder the situation.